Very good morning to all of you, class 7. So, I hope you all are good, and now your enjoyment time is over. Now it is the study time. So, I have decided to start your chapter number 1, that is nutrition in plants. And this chapter is means some part of it is dependent, it is based on your last or previous chapters which we have studied in class 6, that is food, what are its functions and all that. So here we are more concerned about the nutrition in plants. Before I start the chapter, I wanna discuss about this term. This term is the nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? Basically, it is the process by which we use the nutrients present in the food. Means the food nutrients, you maybe I hope you remember that nutrients are of different types, or the components of the food, that is vitamins. Here it is written vitamins, proteins, minerals, carbohydrates. These all are the different components of the food. Okay, so these components of the foods are also known as nutrients. So when we are eating the food, what we are doing is we are using these nutrients in our body. And how we are using that, like if we are eating proteins, what will it do? Protein will build your body, means it will help in the growth. If we are taking vitamins and minerals, these are helpful in fighting the disease. If we are eating carbohydrates or fats, these are giving us energy. So the process of taking the food and using its nutrients is known as nutrition. Okay, so in plants, we are more means we are more focused about the plants here, because this chapter is about only plants. Second chapter will be about the animals. So what are the modes of nutrition, what are the modes of nutrition in the plants? Modes of nutrition means in what manner the plants make their food, or they synthesize their food, or they take the nutrients. What are the different ways in which plants do this process of nutrition? So basically there are two processes. One is autotrophic nutrition, and second one is heterotrophic nutrition. What are these two? I think I have discussed in class 6 also. Autotrophic or nutrition is the nutrition in which plants can prepare their own food with the help of the things present in the environment, like sunlight and carbon dioxide and water and chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll. So but if the plants are able to synthesize their food with these things, then their mode of nutrition is known as autotrophic, and such organisms or such plants are known as autotrophs. Okay, now there is another way of taking the nutrition, and that is the heterotrophic nutrition. In heterotrophic nutrition, some plants are also like animals. They cannot synthesize their own food. Why? Because chlorophyll is absent. Okay, in their body chlorophyll is absent. That is why they are not able to prepare their own food. So they take their food from other plants or animals. Maybe they are growing on other plants, or maybe they are doing some other means they are growing on some organic matter, they are growing on the animal body. So because chlorophyll is absent in their body, that is why they are not able to synthesize their food, and that is why this kind of nutrition is known as heterotrophic nutrition, and such plants are known as heterotrophs. Okay, so let's first discuss about this mode of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, plants can synthesize their food by a process which is known as photosynthesis. It is a food making process. Okay, what is photosynthesis? We all have discussed, means you have read it somewhere in your classes, like in class 5 or 3rd or somewhere you have might have studied about this process, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is basically the process by which plants can prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water. Okay, and see here, leaves are also known as food factories of the plants. Why these are known as food factories? Because these have a green pigment which is known as chlorophyll. In the presence of chlorophyll, food is synthesized. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so see here, leaves, because they, due to their green color, this green pigment is present. Due to this chlorophyll pigment, leaves appear to be green, and with the help of this chlorophyll, plants can synthesize the food. Why this is important? Because chlorophyll is a substance which becomes activated in the presence of sunlight. When sunlight falls on the leaves, chlorophyll becomes activated and it starts the process of photosynthesis. Okay, let's discuss from where these things are coming to the plant. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a gas which is being taken from the air by the leaves, and they have some small tiny pores which are known as stomata. Okay, these are the pores present on the lower surface of the leaves. By means, if see, it is a leaf and some pore like structures are present in downwards. By these structures, by these pores or the stomata, the plants take in the carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbon dioxide is taken from the air through the stomata. Okay, and water and minerals, from where they get water and minerals? It is present in the soil, and by the roots which are present in the soil. By the roots, plants absorb the minerals and the water. Okay, so like this, they get water and minerals, carbon dioxide from the air, and chlorophyll which is already present in them. They can synthesize their food in the presence of sunlight. Okay, this complete process is known as photosynthesis. One thing I want to clear you, that sunlight is the ultimate source of the light on the earth, because plants are the first one which are trapping the sunlight and they are converting it into the form of food, and that food is being taken by the animals. So basically we can say the ultimate source of energy is sun. From sun, the energy is converted into food by the plants, and that food is being taken by the animals. So like this, sun becomes the primary source of energy. Okay, other than that, one means it will be discussed in a more broader way, I think. Okay, and during this process of photosynthesis, oxygen gas is released. Okay, once the process is completed, glucose is formed, oxygen gas is released. Further, we will discuss about this process in our next discussion, our next class. There is one more topic here: cell. What is cell? Cells are basically the units by which living beings are formed. Okay, living beings are formed. So all the living beings are formed by the small tiny structures. See these structures, one structure is known as cell. And why it is given here? Because cells are the part in which this process is carried out, mean all the processes are carried out inside the cells. These are made up of a nucleus, which is a center, it is present in the center, cytoplasm, which is a fluid, and a cell membrane, it is the outermost boundary. So like this, I think my discussion is over. This you will study in higher classes in detail way. In class 8 it will be a chapter. We are more concerned about here, we should be more concerned about this chapter. And this chapter, let's recall it again. So nutrition is the process by which plants or any animal uses the nutrients for its different activities. Okay. And nutrients are the elements or the compounds which are present in the food. Plants, like animals, they can be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic are the plants which can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And animals, plants can be heterotrophic also. They are dependent for their food on others. The food making process is known as photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is carried out in the leaf part of the plant, which is having chlorophyll, and it has stomata to absorb the carbon dioxide. Light is absorbed by chlorophyll, and minerals and water is absorbed by the roots. Like this, photosynthesis is carried out. And further we will discuss about this photosynthesis in detail in next session of our class. Now let me tell you, I have made one homework for you all. In that part, two parts are given. One is write and learn, and second one is exercise. Write and learn, you need to write down in your rough copy, and you need to learn these definitions or the question answers which I have written. And in second part, there are some exercises which you need to do it by yourself, and I'll ask you in the discussion time. Whenever my time will be in your group, I'll talk to you and we will discuss about them. ठीक. So now our session is over. Thank you so much, and wait for the another session.